It is International Fight Week, and for the first time ever this year, Power Slap has been added to the agenda here in Las Vegas. And once again, we are at the home of Power Slap, the UFC Apex. A title is on the line. Light heavyweight champ AJ Hintz defending his belt against Wolverine in the main event. The former heavyweight champ has moved down a weight class and is ready for war. Power Slap 3, Hintz versus Wolverine, is presented by Monster Energy. Unleash the beast, and this is where it's all going down. Welcome inside the UFC Apex for the third Power Slap event of the year, and now part of a loaded slate of events for the UFC on the biggest fight weekend of the year. And as always, it is my pleasure to be joined by UFC Hall of Famer Michael Bisping. The prelims and the main card have arrived for Power Slap 3. This is where things get really interesting, my friend.
Oh, listen, I cannot wait. We saw some sensational finishes on the early prelims, but we always get that. Power Slap is action guaranteed, knockouts guaranteed, and tonight will be no different. I cannot wait.
8 fights on the card, 4 on the prelims, 4 on the main card. Speaking of the main card, let's take a peek right now, shall we? It's Dorian Perez and Dwayne Crespo, number 1 and 2 at heavyweight. Alan Klingbeil and Austin Turpin. Klingbeil potentially 1 win away from a title shot. And then the big fellas going at it. The Crazy Hawaiian and Micah Seuli, former high school football teammates. And then it's the light heavyweight title in the main event. AJ Hintz and Wolverine. A special consideration for the main card fighters tonight, Kudo Popcorn will be signing each winner as an official brand ambassador for a year. Get pop with Kudo today at kudosnacks.com. The light heavyweight champ is AJ Hintz. Loves to talk smack,
yes,
as you know, but a tremendous amount of respect for Wolverine, his opponent tonight, who he calls the best slap fighter on the planet.
Well, Ron Bader, the Wolverine, listen, he is a legend in his own right. Of course, Power Slap 1 knocked out the legendary Darius the Destroyer. However, Power Slap 2 went up against the belt. What happened? He lost the belt, and now he's come down to light heavyweight because he was too small as a heavyweight. This is his natural weight class, and now he's going up for the belt against AJ Hintz, the man with the strongest neck strength, the strongest neck resistance. The man can pack a slap, he can knock people out, and I cannot wait for it.
I can't wait either, my friend. Let's take a look at the light heavyweight rankings. AJ Hintz, of course, the champ. You have Wolverine there as the number 1 contender. Alan Klingbeil, we'll be seeing him tonight as number 2. Donovan Cross, Russell Rivero, and Vern Cathy round out your top 5. Welterweights in the featured prelims, and it's 2 of the younger fighters that we have here, Emmanuel Muniz and Cole Young. Muniz from California. Cole Young doesn't have as much experience as Muniz, but both of these guys can get down.
Well, Emmanuel Muniz, funnily enough, one of the youngest on the show, but also one of the most experienced, as you say, a very hard hitter. Last time out got the victory, didn't get the knockout, but he did drop his opponent, Christopher Debo, 2 out of 3 slaps. So as I say, packs a hard slap. Now, his opponent, Cole Young, Spurs and First Taxidermy,
yes,
that's his
go.
business. He's an avid hunter, but more importantly, he's here fighting for a reason. We've talked about it in the past, but let me remind you, his son has a very rare condition. It's a crippling disease, and sadly, it is terminal. This event, Power Slap, allows him to spend more time at home so he can take care of him and give him the love and attention that he deserves and requires. So he's definitely fighting for a cause. This is going to be an interesting one.
Son just got out of the hospital after 5 days there. Very much doing this for him. 3 other fights on the prelims. Russell Rivero taking on Bennett. Light heavyweights kicking off the thing tonight, and I cannot wait to get it going. Andrew Fields taking on Jules Scott. Scott, one of the OGs of Power Slap. And then it's El Perro, Aziel Rodriguez against Amir Nurudeen, the 6th Power Slap appearance for Rodriguez. For more now on our co-main event, let's bring in the 3rd member of our broadcast team, Charlie Arnold.
Hello, Dania. Thank you so much. There are several fighters here tonight who share a bit of history one way or another, but none quite like two super heavyweights that we're going to see in action in the co-main event. Listen to this, Crazy Hawaiian and Micah Sulele, they went to elementary school together. I'm talking ate lunch, played at recess together type of friends, and now it is no coincidence that they are both here in Power Slap at the exact same time. It started 3 years ago in 2020. The Crazy Hawaiian, he was getting his slap fighting career off the ground and decided to recruit some of the guys he knew to join the circuit, and obviously he got to thinking about his good friend Micah. So now fast forward 3 years, these two gentlemen at very different points in their career. The Crazy Hawaiian boasting a 13-1 pro record, while Micah still very much in the infancy stage of his, having only a 2-0 record. So while the resumes look very different, they are here for the exact same reason tonight. They say they are both super gracious for this opportunity and want to make the most of it. And really, Micah is the one who said it best. He says when they hit the Power Slap stage, they put their past behind them, because sometimes even brothers fight too. Dan, back to you.
Charlie, thank you very much. The rules of Power Slap brought to you by Rumble, bold and free. Download the Rumble app or visit rumble.com. For the striker, they must use a flat, open hand to the cheek or a clubbing foul will be called. Feet have to be grounded. No pivoting or stepping. You must declare a hand and a number prior to the slap. For the defender, there's no chin tucking or flinching. Flinching is massive. It's a point deduction, and the striker goes again. The defender does receive 60 seconds to recover after each strike. 3 fouls get you DQ'd. The defender does get 2 minutes to recover after they've been fouled. Power Slap is using instant replay, and if there isn't a finish, we will go to the judges' scorecards. Here's a look at the stats through almost 85 Power Slap matches. The winners of the coin toss have gone on to win 53% of the time, so it's far from automatic, and 19% of the matches have ended in a first-round knockout by the coin toss winner. But that coin toss does have a huge impact on the odds. Where you see the value is up to you. Almost set for our first fight of the night. Power Slap veteran Russell Rivero, who brings some of the biggest power in the game, wins the toss and will slap first against Bennett. The Milwaukee MMA gym owner is making his Power Slap debut. And this is where it will all go down. The Power Slap table rising out of our Power Slap stage for the first time tonight. Rivero coming into this one is a minus 400 favorite over Bennett. After coming perilously close to winning the Power Slap light heavyweight crown the last time out, Russell Rivero is more motivated than ever to stop Bennett and get another title shot.
Eager to return to a world title fight as soon as possible, Hawaiian power hitter Russell Rivero had a controversial end to his bout with AJ Hintz in May. But tonight, redemption is there for the taking when he faces Power Slap newcomer Bennett. Well aware what a win over an established contender like Rivero will do for his career, Milwaukee's Bennett is determined to take whatever his opponent dishes out and fire back even harder, as he seeks to not only win the bout, but make a statement and let the rest of the light heavyweight division know that the Bear has arrived. Coming up next, Russell Kainoa Rivero takes on Bennett.
These fighter walkouts brought to you by 10x your world, 10x your business, 10x your income, 10x your life. Go to 10x world. This is Bennett, 37 years old, from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, the current heavyweight champ in the Cage Grappling Championship promotion and an MMA gym owner.
Yeah, that's right. He owns a gym in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Actually trains with Eric Red Schaefer, who is, believe it or not, my first opponent in the UFC a long, long time ago. So this guy's kind of embroiled in the MMA world. Great jiu-jitsu. He said breaking people's jaws is what I do. He's also a high school wrestling coach as well. So he's a busy man. And if he wasn't already busy enough, he has 6 kids with his 7th on the way. So certainly, you know, a lot to fight for, shall we say. Now, I said, how did you get here? He said, honestly, I have no idea. He went on a podcast. On that podcast, he was talking with Brian Phillips. Of course, he's one of the coaches. And he suggested you should give this a try. And here he is, making his Power Slap debut.
By the way, he is uber confident, saying that he's going to break Russell's jaw. Russell Kainoa Rivera is back. He won the toss. He will strike first. This guy thought for about 60 seconds that he won the light heavyweight title when he knocked out AJ Hintz. Only he had a stepping foul. Fouls have been a huge issue for him, Charlie.
Well, it's interesting you should say that, Dan, because when I spoke to him this week, he told me he has only one thing on his mind heading into this contest. Can you guess? Do not foul. Like you just said, it's what cost him the light heavyweight title last time out, so now he's determined not to let that happen again. He jokes that he's been trying to talk league officials into letting him use duct tape or maybe even some super glue on his shoes to prevent those steps. But he's a full-time electrician. He says the key to his success, just staying true to himself. He does not know any other way. So he does not let the trolls dictate how he lives his life. He said, let them run all their mouths all they want, does not matter to me.
Listen, let me tell you, this guy doesn't need to cheat to knock people out. He has natural power. You take one look at him, you see the build, you see some of the slaps that he's delivered, some of the people that he's put to sleep. The man's a badass. Simple as that. The thing is, he does get a little carried away, gets a little emotional, he doesn't control his slaps, you know what I mean? And last time, he knocked out AJ Hintz, the light heavyweight champion. He could be the champ right now if he stuck to the rules. He better do that tonight.
Russell Rivero, very motivated. And how about our coaches in the corners tonight? John the Machine Davis in the red corner, Damian DeBell in the blue corner, two of our 4 power slap champs. Both men very well versed in the sport as we take a look now at the tale of the tape. It's our first match of the night. 2 men in their 30s. Bennett, 7 years older, 3 inches taller, and a huge 5-inch reach advantage for the underdog, making his power slap debut a plus 300 dog. We go to power slap announcer Justin Bernard.
Ladies and gentlemen, the power is on! Welcome to the Power Slap Arena inside the UFC Apex from the Fight Mecca, Las Vegas, Nevada. This is Power Slap 3, Hintz versus Wolverine. This match is 3 rounds in the Power Slap light heavyweight division. Introducing first, in the blue corner, he stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 204.5 pounds. Out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Bennett. And in the red corner, he stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Out of Fort Worth, Texas, by way of Eva Beach, Hawaii. He is the number 4 ranked light heavyweight contender in the world, Russell Kainoa Rivero. Your referee in charge when the action begins, Kerry Hatley. Winner of the coin toss and striking first, Russell Rivero.
So remember, 20% of power slap matches end in the first round with the first striker win.
And Russell Rivero is one of the hardest hitters. I think naturally he has some of the biggest power. For Bennett, this is a daunting situation. First time doing this, going up against the guy that knocked out the champion last time, but it was a disqualification.
Right hand on 3.
Yeah.
Right hand
Russell
on 3.
Rivero was benching over 400 pounds
Yes.
at one point in his life. He's leaned out a little bit. Going to be interesting to see if his focus on not fouling means a lack of power. We'll find out here.
I don't think so.
2.
Oh! See, look at that. That's it.
Down.
I mean, bears down.
I want to see the feet.
I mean, he stayed down.
Remember, this is
That's going to be it.
MMA fighter.
That is going to be it.
Step.
One and done.
We got a foul over here.
Oh, come on. A foul.
That's what I'm saying. It's almost automatic
We got a foul.
that Russell Rivero
Stepping.
is going to foul. He could be one of the more dominant fighters in power slap. Watch the feet
Here we go. Bro.
Yep.
every time.
Pivot.
1 point. 1 point red stepping. 1
Stepping.
point red stepping. 1 point red stepping. Be sure you keep your feet still, man. He called it, okay?
I mean,
Good.
fortunately for him, Bennett is still in it. Otherwise, he'd be disqualified again.
If Bennett couldn't keep going, he would have won by DQ.
Well, Bennett doesn't look good, though. He's looking very hazy, still kind of wobbly on the feet.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's talking to the bell right now, the current heavyweight champ.
He's swaying back and forth. Doesn't look like it from the camera angle, but from where I'm sitting.
The doc's giving him some time here, basically saying you look a little wobbly.
He's got a minute.
Looks a little wobbly to me. I ain't no doctor. I've got one eye, but I can see a man wobbling.
He can use all this time. He has 2 minutes to recover. Here's a look. Look at this with the step.
Ooh, look at that.
Well, we got to slap it.
The jaw.
I mean, these super slow-mos, it looks like people's faces are made of Play-Doh. It's just wild.
You good? Ready?
All right, looks like he's going to recover.
All right, here we go. Contestants.
Bear Bennett, his
All right.
first strike in power slap. Remember, he said he was going to break Russell's jaw. Let's see what kind of power he has.
Okay, count and hand.
Look at Russell. Looks like
Right
he's just
on
dying.
three, that's
Come
your
on,
measure.
hit me.
He's been here before.
1,
Oh, he's got to wind up more than that.
2,
Oh, he said he's got the special technique.
5.
Clubbing.
Wow.
Clubbing.
I got 1 point clubbing, 1 point clubbing, 1 point clubbing. You got to keep your hand back, man. You clubs.
All right, so both fighters get a foul and get a point deduction.
You good?
All even.
Okay, recovered.
Or does Rivero win that round?
Yeah, well, Rivero.
You ready?
He
All
had
right, here we go.
he had the more impactful slap.
Yeah.
He sat him
Good
down. So
Okay.
I think it's just a
Hand
9-9, though.
I think
from
you're right.
my extensive rule
Right
studying
hand
that
on
I've
3.
done.
you deep dive into this all the time. You do a great job.
That's like our producer just told me.
1,
All right, here we go.
2. Foul, flinching.
How
Flinching.
is he still on his feet?
Blue
He
flinching.
flinched.
Oh, no.
I don't know how he. I don't know how he stood up.
Two for flinching.
So you cause him.
I'll be honest. Out of everyone I've seen
good?
up here, Russell Rivero is the person I would least like to
agree.
take a slap off.
So it looks like Russell, he's rubbing his arm. I think he hurt his arm when he did it. Maybe his elbow.
got a flinch.
He gets another shot here because of the
Yeah.
flinching foul.
Yeah, he's
You got 30 seconds.
in pain.
I wonder if he's going to switch arms here. Now, we've seen this before.
Okay. Be sure. All right, we got 20 seconds. Here we go. Here we go, Blue.
He's trying to shake
Here we
out
go.
the elbow.
Bad.
It's either the elbow or the shoulder, but he was grabbing the elbow area.
I mean, it's the only match he has
Contestant set.
tonight. Right? I reckon
Right
if he
hand on
lands
3.
well, he's got a good chance of putting him to
1.
sleep. Use the same arm.
2.
That's what he's doing. Here we go. That's it. It's over. It's done.
Out.
1, 3,
Fast asleep.
4, 5.
Russell
He's fast asleep.
Rivero.
There's no point counting. He can't hear a damn thing.
You're right.
Okay.
I would not want to get hit by Russell Rivero.
No, he's
a sledgehammer.
Yeah.
No, I had a good.
I had a good hit, too.
The pride of Ava Beach, Hawaii, now living in Fort Worth, Texas, overcame an early foul and gets the KO. Tonight's Monster Knockout brought to you by Monster Energy. Unleash the beast.
I mean, I'm not surprised that he hurt his arm on the second slap. The amount of power that he generates is freaky, to be honest. And look at the lips still like vibrating and blah, 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 blubbling. Man.
Oh,
and he
I
headbutts
missed
the
the
table.
headbutt of the table.
Poor guy, just to add insult to injury. As if it's not bad enough getting knocked out, cold,
Right there.
TV.
Boom.
Doink.
Oh, not a happy time at Monster Lab Gym in Milwaukee right now.
What were the catchers doing?
What do you mean?
Catch him. Headbutt the
Forrest caught
table.
him?
Forrest, you fired.
You can't fire a Hall of Famer. Can't fire a Hall of
No, I
Famer.
know.
That's
I know.
Hall of Fame on Hall of Fame crime.
He'll fire me.
Ah, Smiling Russell Rivero as we send it to Justin Bernard.
I tell you what, Bennett is still
Ladies and
down.
gentlemen, referee Kerry Hatley calls a stop to the match in round number 2, declaring the winner by knockout, Russell Kainoa Rivero.
Russell Rivero, you are one scary man. How did that feel?
Oh, it felt good to be back on top. My feet. I promise I do my best for you guys. It's just I top heavy, so when I come with everything, my feet come up automatic and I'm like, whoa, so my bad, bro.
Well, I know you've got to be feeling good, but how's that elbow? It looked like you might have tweaked it a little bit.
Oh yeah, fuck it. That's not a big hot head, that guy right there. I give him props, but you know, brother, he's solid. He was cool, respectful guy, you know. But we come out here, we all try to make money for our families and support ourselves, and we like make big name, man. So shout out to brother Bear, you a solid guy, you know, no hard feelings, whatever.
Well, that was a clean, hard hit that led to that KO. Let's take a look at the finish, and you can walk me through it.
Boom, bingo. No, line them up. When I put my hand like this, fuck, I kind of square myself. I came back. Boom, I remember Cole told me in the back. I on Hawaiian, look at chin. 2, the third one, I launch him. I seen his chin right there. Bing, down.
Bada bing. Now what's next for you, Russell? I mean, you got the knockout, you got the win. This is putting you in the right direction. What do you want to be next?
Next, I like take home the belt and all the money. But, you know, to brother Ron, brother AJ, good luck out there, you know. Do you guys thing. And I run into you guys eventually, but go out there, stay safe, and make that money, baby. Yes, sir.
Well, congratulations. Your winner by knockout, ladies and gentlemen, Russell Rivero.
Nice to see Russell Rivero get the win despite the early foul, overcoming the odds. Listen, he's been DQ'd twice before and seemed to be on his way until he gets a vicious, vicious knockout here.
Yeah, he's really got to handle that because this man has so much potential. I think he's one of the most entertaining. I think he's one of the most powerful. I mean, he's a scary man with freakish power. If he can get that taken care of, I see a championship in his future very soon.
You almost hit me every time you do that.
I'm sorry, I'll be careful.
Thank you.
I'm doing it on purpose.
This is the money maker right here. I mean, come on.
You're not making much money there.
Oh, the first match of Power Slap 3 is in the books. If you are watching us anywhere besides Rumble, now is the time to switch over to rumble.com. Only one fight down. We still have 7 to go. Now, you have to see this entire event. The energy, the excitement off the charts in this building. To watch Power Slap 3 live and free, download or just open the Rumble app now. You can go to rumble.com as well. Rumble's the home of Power Slap and the only place to watch the rest of the card. So I'm gonna say this again. It's like YouTube. If you are watching anywhere else, you gotta go to Rumble now if you wanna see the rest. And if that first match is any indication, we are in for some fireworks. We're coming to you live from the fight capital of the world. And starting right now, Rumble's the only place you can watch the rest of the card. Get there now if you're watching on another platform. Up next, a pair of top 10 welterweights. New Orleans native Jules Scott is a combat sports veteran who brings a 2-2 record to the Power Slap table and is eager to climb the ranks and get one step closer to a title shot. His opponent, Andrew Fields coming off a first-round knockout on Power Slap 2, armed with the confidence of that first W. The welder from South Carolina says he's more dangerous than ever after continuing to hone his technique. Here is Andrew Fields.
He's been toughening up his hands. He works as a welder. He's been hitting bags of sand. He's been hitting anything he can find to firmen up those palms for the slaps. Oh, no, good. One and done. He ain't getting up. And that's why we love Power Slap. I mean, come on.
Perfect knockout for Andrew Fields. Take a look at the weight classes we have in Power Slap. There are 6 of them. Lightweight, 155 pounds. Welterweight, 170. Middleweight, 185. Then light heavyweight at 205. Heavyweight at 265. And unlike the UFC, we have super heavyweights at 265 and over. There are a couple of 400-pounders on the card tonight. And if you want to get in on the action, you can. Power Slap continues to look for the best fighters in the world, including for cast members on the next season of Power Slap Road to the Title. Slap fighters can apply at powerslap.com/casting. Our second fight of the night is at welterweight, where Andrew Fields gets the first slap after winning the coin toss, going up against one of the sport's OGs. Seasoned competitor Jules Scott may not be the younger man in this matchup with Andrew Fields tonight, but he plans on showing Fields that on the Power Slap stage, there is no substitute for experience.
Making his move to the welterweight division, New Orleans veteran Jules Scott has a championship on his mind in his new weight class. But to get that quest off to a positive start, he must put a stop to Andrew Fields' hot streak tonight. At just 23 years old, South Carolina Fields is one of the young guns of Power Slap, and he was firing on all cylinders when he stopped James Santamaria in May. But Scott will be his toughest test to date, as Kid Diamond returns to Las Vegas with a pair of knockout wins over Anthony Green and Andrew Provost under his belt. Coming up next, Andrew Casper Fields faces Jewel Kid Diamond Scott.
Kid Diamond, Jules Scott in the house, 38 years young from New Orleans, Louisiana. One of the OGs from season 1 of Power Slap Road to the Title. He started 2-0, but he has lost back-to-back fights. So the 38-year-old from New Orleans feels like he has something to prove here tonight.
Yeah, but listen, so far he's not doing too bad. 2-2, this will be the 5th time appearing here. 37 hours a week, he says that he trains for this, puts a lot of time into it. 10 professional mixed martial arts fights. He's fought a little bit of bare knuckle as well. A very experienced kickboxer, boxing, you name it. Combat sports, power slapping, whatever it is, this man does it, he loves it, and he's had some decent success. However, you're absolutely right, he's lost the last 2, so I'm intrigued to see what kind of differences he's making towards his technique and how he delivers them, what training he's been doing. Has he been strengthening the neck, increasing the power, working resistance bands, lifting weights? I guess we're going to find out.
We are. Well, everybody on TikTok already knows about him. You can see the stat here, 245 million views of his knockout of Anthony Green. It's one of the most viewed pieces of sports footage on TikTok of the year.
245 million.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It's nuts. It's nuts. It just shows you the popularity of the sport, and it is still growing. Jules Scott, anxious to get back to the Power Slap table. This is the favorite here tonight, a -180 favorite, Andrew Casper Fields. He's a youngin', 23 years old from Piedmont, South Carolina, coming off that first round knockout against St. James Santamaria in May. The welder from South Carolina has really focused on how he's receiving slaps, right? It's a different deal for him now.
That's right. Listen, first of all, last time against James Santamaria, that was just a brutal knockout. We saw a little bit of the highlight before. The man clearly has ridiculous power. Now, to your point, which you just mentioned, I found this very interesting because we see the contestants, they hold the batter behind them, they squeeze that, they tense up their neck, they tense up their shoulders, and they try and resist the slap as much as possible. He said his theory, and it kind of makes sense, is that that's all wrong. You should just relax, be floppy. So when you get slapped, you don't flinch, you don't do it on purpose, you just let your head go with the flow, as opposed to resisting it, which is like meeting it head on.
Exactly. He says there's a fine line, though. You don't want your head to be an egg on a pencil. As we take a look now at the tail of the tape, Jules Scott, 38 years old. He's at a 4-inch height advantage, but he has a 3-inch reach advantage. Interesting numbers here for the OG and the underdog in this matchup. Andrew Fields looking to make it 2 in a row. Jules Scott looking to get his first win in his last 3 tries. With that, we send it to Power Slap announcer Justin Bernard.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is 3 rounds in the Power Slap welterweight division. Introducing to you first, in the blue corner, he stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 169 pounds. Out of New Orleans, Louisiana, Jewel Kid Diamond Scott. Let's go! And in the red corner, he stands 6 feet 1 inches tall, weighing in at 171 pounds. Out of Piedmont, South Carolina, Andrew Casper Fields. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Chris Tione. Winner of the coin toss and striking first, Andrew Fields.
Come on, boys. All right, man. Have your waist touching them.
Andrew Fields going to get the first crack here, and he is the favorite.
There you go. Okay.
Once the coin toss happens, that does affect the odds.
Well, you can clearly see a height discrepancy.
Right on 2. Okay, we've got right on 2. You must measure. Okay, I'll count for you. Okay, here we go.
Jules Scott already tensed up, has the lips
That's your
puckered.
measure.
So that longer arm,
1.
the longer reach gives you more leverage. Decent slap,
Carry.
Few steps back.
Carry.
But Jules Scott is fine.
He's
Foul.
just fine. Knocked back a
Foul.
little bit, has a
Stepping.
smile on his face. They call a stepping foul on Fields.
1 point, red, stepping.
These people have
1
got to
point,
get it
red,
together.
stepping. 1
They're
point,
not
red,
paying
stepping.
attention to the rules.
Once again.
They're focusing so much on
Thank you.
generating as much power as possible. They're letting that dominate everything. They're forgetting about the
good,
rule
bud?
set.
Okay, I'm gonna get him set.
I
Okay.
agree with you, but I also agree when you're up there and in the moment, maybe a little easier said than done.
Oh,
Back
without
nice and
question,
straight.
Dan. Without question.
Stay right there, okay? Perfect position. Okay, hand and count.
3, right.
Right on
So-
3, you must measure. Right on 3.
Fields is taller,
That's
but
your
Scott
measure.
has the longer reach here, which is interesting. Much longer.
That is interesting.
1, 2. Flinch!
Takes it. Oh, a flip.
Oh, no.
Flinch!
I mean, that was close.
He's going to have to take another one.
Oh,
Okay.
baby.
There is no
hit him
worse word in the
That is
English
a warning.
language than
That's
flinch
first one's
in
a
power
warning.
slap.
Okay?
So Fields talked, hold on.
One
Yeah,
again?
yeah.
Okay.
No doubt about it. So he talked about, you know, just
You
being
do have some
floppy,
time if you want to use it. Are you
being,
good?
you know, like water, as Bruce Lee would
You
say.
good? Okay, recovered?
He's flinching.
Is that
Just close your eyes and
Can't be too floppy. Can't be too
Right
floppy.
there. Back straight. Okay?
What my wife
Stay right
says.
where you're at. That's perfect.
Knew
Okay?
that was coming.
Right on 3.
Right on 3. That's your measure.
Point deduction, second shot for flinching. Here we go. Check that, no point.
1, 2.
Here we go. Flinched.
Flinched again.
Flinched again.
Flinch.
Yep. I saw that one. I mean,
Flinch.
come on. The crowd called it out as well. That
You
was,
realize what you're doing, right?
oh,
Okay,
come
your
on.
turn.
So the whole
have a little
philosophy
bit of time.
of
You have a
not
choice.
tensing up is not really
You hit him
working
again? Okay.
right now.
I mean, it's
Brandon
good, on,
Fields.
it's good on
You've got
paper.
43 seconds if you want some time.
Sounded great. Remember,
Okay, that's fine.
3 fouls and it's over if he has one more flinch.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. At this point, just close your eyes.
Jules Scott is so happy. He just came
That's
over
1
talking
point
to
red,
Dana
flinching.
White, who's grinning ear to ear.
1 point red, flinching.
Well, that's brilliant.
1 point red, flinching. Okay? You recovered? Recovered? Okay, recovered.
So if a clean shot is
Stay right
landed here, this is a
in perfect
10-7
position.
round
Stay
no
right
matter
there, please.
what, because it's already been.
Hand and count.
Right on three.
Right on
We're in
3.
the first
I mean,
round.
at this point, if you feel you might
That
as
is
well
your
just
measure.
flinch because you've got no chance of winning.
Well,
On
then you
points.
lose. If you flinch again, it's
Yeah,
over.
yeah.
1, 2.
Oh, that was
big.
the best one.
He still
Flinching.
moved a tiny bit.
And that's it. It's
That's
done.
it.
It's over.
It's over. 3 flinching fouls and you're DQ'd. Really
Disqualification.
surprised to see that from Andrew Fields, who is a veteran of 2 slap fights here. That's disappointing.
It's very disappointing. You come all this way, you take a place on the card. You know, there's other people out there that want this opportunity. You're going to flinch 3 times in a row. Come on, man. Come on. At this point, after you've flinched twice, just close your eyes. You don't even know it's coming then.
Everybody has their own theories and their own philosophy on how they want to receive their slaps. It's the same way that guys have different wind-ups, different styles. And you got to feel good for Jules Scott, however, after back-to-back losses to Jesus Gaspar Diaz and Robert Trujillo. He's off the schneid, and he now has a winning record, 3-2 in power slap.
Yeah, it's not bad. 3-2, back to winning ways. I mean, all right, kind of by default, by disqualification, but it doesn't matter. A win is a win, regardless of how it comes.
Good sportsmanship by the guys hugging it out. And Jules Scott will have his hand raised here momentarily. Andrew Fields going to be going back to the upstate in South Carolina. Disappointed in the outcome with some work to do. Jules Scott, a professional fighter and personal trainer. About to find out the results here. Let's send it to Justin Bernard.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Chris Tione calls a stop to the match in round number 1, declaring the winner by disqualification, Jewel Kid Diamond Scott.
Hey, baby. Where you at, 170? Hit this 170 brain. Ain't no cut with this boy. Ain't no cut with this boy.
He's been working on the mic as well. Let's take a look at some of the social stats for Power Slap. They're staggering. Over 2 billion video views on social media, 5.2 million followers on Power Slap on social combined. Jules Scott, the man you just saw there, 352 million video views on TikTok for his KO of Anthony Green. The #1 sports post, 13 overall from Q1 on the platform. Top Power Slap YouTube short. It exceeds baseball, the NHL, the NFL, and NBA shorts by 4 times. We also have over 5 million views on Rumble of Power Slap 1 and Power Slap 2. Our third match of the night is on deck, and few slappers have been busier than Azael Rodriguez, back for his 6th match here in Vegas. El Perro taking on Amir Nurudeen, who won the toss and will slap first. Aiming to make his mark as a champion in both power slap and boxing, Azael Rodriguez has the heavy hands to hit his goal, and he plans on laying those hands on Amir Nurudeen tonight.
Rapidly closing in on a shot at the Power Slap middleweight title, San Diego's Azael Rodriguez has impressed in winning 4 of his 5 fights, most recently scoring a unanimous decision over Jesse Nutting earlier this year. But to make the kind of impact that gets him a crack at the crown, he's looking for a finish against Amir Nurudeen. Living up to his nickname, the Comeback Kid, Washington's Nurudeen bounced back from a loss to Vern Cathy with a first-round knockout of Joe Landman that has him surging Power Slap's stacked middleweight division. Coming up next, Azael El Perro Rodriguez meets Amir, the Comeback Kid, Nurudeen.
A native of Deer Park, Washington, Amir the Comeback Kid Nurudeen, and it is a very fitting nickname. We remember him first for being on the wrong end of the greatest slap of all time. He came back and got a knockout of his own back in May of Joe Landman. You had to feel great for the kid. A massive chip on his shoulder gets the redemption.
Yeah, I mean, he's been at both ends of the spectrum. He's been knocked out in the first shot, and he's also knocked out his opponent in one shot as well. I mean, and that's kind of how important the flip of the coin is. You know what I mean? As you said, not too many of them resulted in knockout. What's the percentage, Dan?
20%.
20%. Feels like more to me. Feels like more.
Well, it seems like more tonight, so certainly that percentage could be changing. It's definitely more with the heavier fighters, I believe, tonight.
Yeah, sure.
Amir Nurudeen is a -140 favorite, and he actually says that he wants Vern Cathy again. That's the guy that knocked him out.
Yeah, well, he's 5-3 in amateur mixed martial arts. He might want to get up against Vern Cathy, but tonight he's got Azael Rodriguez.
El Pero, hailing from San Diego, California, currently living in Grenada. He moved there to be with his wife, who's in vet school, and he's actually been there most recently all by himself, doing nothing but training, because his wife's been back in San Diego. So he's been very, very focused. Some lifestyle changes for him as well, Charlie.
Yeah, let's talk about Azael's evolution. You guys remember the guy he was in the house versus now? It is the biggest transformation I think I've ever seen in my life. But listen, not to correct you, Dan, but he's not there all alone. He's with his dog and 3 cats.
You are right.
He's got
Good
some
point.
company. But like you said, this has allowed him to really just zero in on his training like he has never before. And he said for the past 2 events, he's really put more of an emphasis on his cardio and flexibility. But this time, he has gotten back to his powerlifting roots. He says he feels 5 times stronger than he did when we last saw him. And now he believes his knockout power is off the charts and does not expect this to go past the first round versus Amir.
You say 3 cats?
3 cats, 1 dog.
That kind of changes the way I feel about
Yeah,
Azael,
me too.
to be honest with you.
Strikes me as a different type of guy.
All right, let's take a look now at the tail of the tape for Amir Nurudeen and Azael Rodriguez. Azael, the older man, Nurudeen, the taller man, with a 2-inch reach advantage, and a slight favorite is the native of Washington State. Power slap announcer Justin Bernard, take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is 3 rounds in the power slap middleweight division. Introducing to you first, in the blue corner, he stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 184.5 pounds. Out of Deer Park, Washington, he is the number 4 ranked middleweight contender in the world, Amir, the comeback kid, Nurudeen.
Let's go!
And in the red corner, with a professional record of 4 wins, 1 loss, he stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in officially at 184.5 pounds. Out of San Diego, California, he is the number 2 ranked middleweight contender in the world, Azael El Pero Rodriguez. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Jason Herzog. Winner of the coin toss and striking first, Amir Nurudeen.
All right, thank you, Sabrina and Olivia. Appreciate you guys being here inside a packed Apex tonight.
Competitors, center up. Let's go, guys.
Azael Rodriguez, crazy experience. He has 5 fights on the resume as opposed to just 2 for Nurudeen. First time we've seen the Jordans on stage. He's wearing the J's.
Right on 3.
Well, fortunately, so far, everybody's had shoes on. Remember, Darius the Destroyer came here twice in bare feet. That was a bad move, if you ask me, but never mind that. Here we go.
1, 2.
Ooh, that seemed low to me.
That was a powerful shot. I mean, Azael started to go down and kind of caught himself halfway down, saying a fair blow as well.
Yeah, you got time.
Healthy shot by Amir Nurudeen. 60 seconds to recover for Azael Rodriguez.
No, just get yourself ready. I'll bring you back in.
I just
See where this lands.
so they can see where what's going on
Yeah,
in the future.
perfect.
I don't know, seemed a little high.
You good? You got 32 seconds right now. 32 seconds.
Let's see, look at this.
32 seconds. 29, 28.
Yeah, clean blow. I stand corrected.
Clean blow and a good blow.
Good
well.
shot
As I
by
said,
Bennett.
Aziel started to go down, the legs kind of went limp for a second, then the power came on.
Right on two, right on two.
According to our PI data, this is the second fastest slapper on the card tonight. Aziel can rip it, and he does.
He's okay.
Those are two good ones.
Two good ones, but I'll be honest, I give the round to Nurudeen.
Do you really?
Yeah, I think he had more impact. I think he almost dropped Rodriguez.
Look at the mean look on his face.
Oh,
man. They're both pretty good.
They're both pretty good.
Let's listen to this one. Oh, God. Good, you like that?
When you're ready.
My goodness. Good evening. The two dap it up, a lot of mutual respect there.
The reason I give it to Nurudeen is because Rodriguez nearly went down.
You're right. He caught
legs
it.
kind of dropped and he caught himself.
And I think that's where the experience came in for Aziel.
Yeah.
Right on two. Right on two. Keep your feet flat in the box here. Right on two. Mouthpiece in. Right on two. One.
Oh.
It's weird because, again, it looks like he was about to go unconscious. But then he kind of catches himself, but then he smiles.
He does this little dip.
Yeah, he does.
It's like he wakes back up instantaneously.
Maybe he's trying to like absorb some of the power.
When you're ready, why don't you come over here, Coach?
I don't know. That doesn't look like he was playing the game.
No, look at the eyes. Wow.
Flat like this. Watch your palms straight.
The recovery is amazing.
It is, because he looks unconscious for a second.
What hand and what count? Right on one.
This is an outstanding matchup between these two. You can see the reason the odds were relatively even.
We've had no fouls. We've had good power. They've both received it. I'd say they're 1-on-1 so far.
Okay, changing it up.
Oh, I don't think he's going to get up. He's done.
6, 7,
hold on.
8.
No way.
That's it.
No way.
She's over. And he nearly went off the end of the stage.
So here, we're going to just hold on to you right here.
Dude, I always say don't go on one. He had more juice on one than he did on three.
You know I'm coming back to your ass.
Wow.
I fucking tripped over my foot or else I'd be up there right now.
Tonight's Monster Knockouts are brought to you by Monster Energy. Unleash the Beast.
I mean, this was a good one. Look at that, straight down. Let's go with the stick. Forrest catches him, closes the eyes. He knew it was coming.
My
Look at
gosh. He melted his face.
Yeah, the face is all contorted. My word, brilliant.
So Nurudeen said to Aziel afterwards, I'm coming back for you. I tripped over my foot. Watch his left foot here. It kind of gets caught, but he was done.
He was gone.
He was done.
I mean, fair play to the man. Tried to get back to his feet, tried to continue, but when he did manage to stand, let's take a look at some of these reactions. Hold on, look at that, brilliant. This place is almost at capacity already as well.
I'll tell you, it's awesome to watch on Rumble, but it's such a different feel when you're here live because the audio is so distinct and so loud.
Every single time, the atmosphere in here has been unbelievable. People are having an incredible time.
Let's send it to Justin Bernard.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Jason Herzog calls a stop to the match in round number 2, declaring the winner by TKO, Aziel El Perro Rodriguez.
So El Perro improves to 5-1 and could very likely have earned himself a title shot tonight. Tonight's 10-count replay brought to you by 10X World. 10X your business, 10X your income, 10X your life. Go to 10xworld.com.
4, 5.
He tried.
6, 7.
I thought for a minute he was up.
Yeah, but look at that. He almost falls
right there
off the cage. Sorry, off the stage, pardon me. Again, that sound is just sickening.
Azael Rodriguez is training to be a boxer and a champion here. Let's send it to Charlie Arnold with El Perro.
Yeah, guys, thank you so much. Here with the winner, Azael Rodriguez. First thing, guys, he said to me when he walked in, told you I was going to be standing next to you after the fight. You predicted a first-round finish, but a second, not too shabby, my friend.
Yeah, I honestly was undecisive whether I was going to go on 2 or number 1. As you see, my number 1 is a pretty knockout type of slab. I should have gone on 1. One of my coaches said, go on 1 on the first one. I should have listened to him, but yeah, I still got the knockout, so it was wonderful.
Well, your slap looked incredible. I also want to touch on your recovery because it looked like for a couple seconds on both of Amir's slaps that you kind of went into like a mode where you were a bit wobbly, but you recover so fast. Is there a technique that you have going on there?
I just, I got knocked out once already, so I was reviewing that footage, and it was just a matter of me trying to keep my neck hard during that slap, clench my teeth. So I think it helped out to just clench and keep my neck hard. It did daze me for a bit, but just having my neck as stiff as possible just helped me just recover as fast as possible.
Well, you now move to 5-1 in power slap, and it looks like if everything goes your way, there could be a championship opportunity in the near future. You agree with that? Who would you want?
I want the championship rematch against John Davis for sure. They did put me at rank number 2 for some reason after beating Jesse. I just had to come out here and perform again, and hopefully I'm at rank number 1 and get that rematch against John. That's the only person that I want right now.
Okay, well, you looked amazing. Congratulations, and we'll see you soon. Guys, back to you.
And ironically, the champion, John Davis, one of the coaches, so he is here tonight. Azael Rodriguez has grown up a whole heck of a lot since living in the slap mansion on Power Slap Road to a title, and now improves to 5-1. 3 fights in the books. For more on our featured prelim, let's send it back to Charlie.
Yeah, Power Slap OG Emmanuel Muniz entering with momentum, looking to build on his 3-2 record and establish himself as a welterweight title contender. His training consisted of mostly rotational workouts and was supplemented with technical advice from Darius the Destroyer. His goal tonight, keep his feet planted and get an early knockout, as Muniz says the flashier the better to get him to a title shot. And he will take on Cole Young, who says he feels like he's the strongest he has ever been, saying he is throwing a, quote, Mike Tyson type of punch now, after training 3 times harder since May when he earned a draw. Power Slap's resident taxidermist also says he's been staying busy lately going rattlesnake hunting, a bare-handed mission that always results in him eating his prey. The same thing he says he plans to do tonight to Muniz.
Static is in the building. Light heavyweight champ AJ Hintz has arrived. Hintz has already defended his title once But this time, he's hoping it looks a little different. Back in May, his opponent was DQ'd for a stepping foul, so Hintz left with the belt. But this time around, he's extra motivated to leave no doubt. And he will need to do it against this man. Wolverine, not one to take lightly. The former heavyweight champion has moved down to a more natural weight class, and he plans on putting that Arkansas country strength to work in the main event. Up next, we have a couple of welterweights. These welterweight striker rankings brought to you by Kudo Protein Popcorn. Get pop with Kudo today at kudosnacks.com. Can't wait to see Christopher Thomas, the champ, get back out there again. Waylon Frost, the #1 contender. Emmanuel Muniz and Cole Young, we will see them tonight. Andrew Provost and Anthony Blackburn round out your top 5. We do have number 2 and number 4 on deck. The winner could be looking at a title shot in the near future. And it's a pick'em as even as it gets. One of Power Slap's most active competitors, Emmanuel Muniz, makes his 6th appearance tonight, and he expects to make it his most spectacular one yet when he meets Cole Fulson Young.
Aiming to win titles in Power Slap and the UFC, 23-year-old Emmanuel Muniz has the ambition of youth and the poise of a veteran, as he's won 3 bouts against Mike Webster, Wesley Drain, and Christopher Debo on slap fighting's biggest stage. To accomplish the first half of his goal, Muniz needs to keep winning here in Vegas, and that's the plan when he meets Cole Young. Unbeaten in Power Slap with a knockout of Jay Rivera and a draw with Anthony Blackburn, the bow hunter from New York is aiming for an upset against Muniz tonight. Coming up next, Emmanuel No Love Muniz battles Cole Fulson Young.
These fighter walkouts brought to you by 10X World, 10X your business, 10X your income, 10X your life. Go to 10xworld.com. Big time outdoorsman is Cole Fulson Young from upstate New York, Hornell, New York to be exact. I learned something from Charlie. I didn't know he was a rattlesnake hunter and he was eating his prey.
Yeah, well, that just sounds disgusting if I'm honest. But still, this guy, Cole Young, getting better and better all the time. He said he loves the opportunities that Power Slap is giving him. He said, I'm making a lot of money financially. This is making a huge difference for me, of course. He wants to spend as much time as possible with his son. He said he's been working so hard, training with his coach, Hoss Coates. He said that he's a genius in striking. He's working out with him about 4 times a week. He said the power that I'm generating now compared to when I first started, he said it's day and night. And now I'm not fouling, I'm not stepping, I'm being sure to follow the rules, improve my technique, generate more power, and providing better income for his family.
I just noticed he's not wearing shoes. I wish he would have asked us about that.
I don't like that at all. You just don't have as much traction. When you have a tread, when you have a shoe, regardless what kind of shoe, you got more traction, you got more grip, you're gonna generate more power.
Well, we will see if he bucks the trend here tonight. The former all-conference linebacker in high school in Southern California, Emmanuel No Love Muniz, 23 years old. One of the youngest and most experienced competitors in Power Slap. Last 4 matches have gone to a decision, so there is no doubt this young man has a chin.
Yeah, absolutely. Never been knocked out either. I mean, as you said, all decisions. Former footballer, as you said, he's big for the weight class. Used to be a middleweight, dropped down to 170. Very experienced. He's made some mistakes along the way. He will have learned from them, but he's taking this more and more serious all the time. When we spoke to him the other day, he said he's putting a lot of effort into his strength training, core training, doing a lot of squats, a lot of deadlifts, all the usual stuff that you would expect. Working on explosivity. Needs to be sure to follow the rules as well, though.
Also working on a food truck, making burgers when he's not here, taking part in Power Slap. Take a look now at the tail of the tape. Cole Young and Emmanuel Muniz. Young is 3 years older, 1 inch shorter, and it is Muniz with the 1 inch reach advantage. This is even as it gets. It's a pick'em. Let's send it to our Power Slap announcer, Justin Bernard.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is 3 rounds in the Power Slap welterweight division. Introducing to you first, In the blue corner, he stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 170 1/2 pounds. Out of Hornell, New York, he is the number 4 ranked welterweight contender in the world, Cole Bouts Young. And in the red corner, he stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 171 pounds. Out of Ontario, California, he is the number 2 ranked welterweight contender in the world, Emmanuel No Love Muniz. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Chris Tione. Winner of the coin toss and striking first, Cole Young.
I'm going to go back to this no shoe issue.
We'll get to that in just a minute. Power Slap 3, Hintz versus Wolverine, presented by Monster Energy. Unleash the beast. Sorry, Michael, go ahead.
No, not at all. I think it's a mistake. I'll just say it. I think it's a big mistake because look at professional boxing. They wear boxing shoes because you have better track shoes. You don't wear them in mixed martial arts because of all the grappling, and of course you can grab it, grab the foot, do heel hooks, etc.
Okay, don't move. Okay.
But compared to striking
right on 3, you must measure.
With the shoe on, there's a massive difference.
That's your measure. I'll count for you.
We'll find out here. Seems like it's going to be hard to keep the feet grounded.
Hey, well, there's that as well. Now, he might generate a lot of power. He might get a knockout, but I'm willing to bet it will be higher.
2.
Shoes on.
We've seen him hit harder. That's not the best slap that we've seen from Cole Young, and he gets a clubbing foul.
Ah, poor guy.
1 point blue clubbing. 1 point blue clubbing.
Put the shoes
1
on.
point blue clubbing.
Can you put shoes on between rounds?
I'm sure you can do it. Yeah, absolutely you can.
I want to shout out. Put the shoes on. Cool.
Yeah, I'm ready. Okay, fighter recovered.
Yeah, that was low, for sure.
Just a second.
There it is right there. Yeah, got grazed the neck as well.
Swiped right across the neck.
Got it. Hand and count.
I think it makes it more difficult
right
to
on 3, you
receive
must
the
measure.
slaps as
right
well
on 3,
with no
you
shoes
must
on.
measure. That's your measure.
Muniz has power. We saw it in his last one.
Look at that.
2.
Good rotation. I tell you what, Cole is tough though, man, because that was a good slap. It generated a lot of power. Cole took that like it was.
They're going to call
flinching. That's a warning. Ooh. You flinched.
It wasn't a terrible flinch, but he rolled with a little early.
Okay.
That's not going his way.
You have a choice.
Well, lucky to get off with a warning, but he's going to have to take another one. Watch
again.
this.
I'll take another hit. Okay.
Yeah.
It was really slight, but it was the proper call.
Slight,
you're tucking
but
your
it's there.
chin as well. Okay. I got you. All the way up to the podium. There you go, right there. Stay straight
So
here.
the penalty for flinching, the striker gets to go again regardless of whether a point has been deducted
right on
or not.
3.
That's
You must
punishment
measure.
in itself.
Okay. That is your measure. 1, 2.
All right, so that's a clean strike. We could be looking at a 10-8 round. Oh, he's punishing himself.
Oh,
push-ups.
Well, he's trying to psych himself back up, trying to wake the body up, get ready to deliver a potentially a knockout blow.
40 seconds. You've got 40 seconds. Come on, bud.
He looks good, though. He looks fine. He's not wobbled.
No, he's definitely fine.
Still in the game.
Okay? Actually, you can relax until I get him in. Okay? You good?
Yeah.
Okay, fighter recovered.
Emmanuel Muniz has
Now, let's get you
5
set
pro
again.
slap fights. That is as many as anybody in power slap,
Stay
and he
right
has
there.
never been knocked out before.
Right on 3, you must measure.
Cole Young trying to become the first right here. Let's see what he does in the second.
1, 2.
Here we go. Ooh, solid blow. Oh, a foul again.
Another foul. I think he caught him in the eye. You could see Muniz grabbing the eye right after he received the strike.
1 point blue clubbing.
1 point.
1 point blue clubbing.
Fouls
1 point blue
are
clubbing.
killers in this sport. Remember, it was a foul in his last match that caused Cole the victory. He was a draw with Anthony Blackburn.
Couldn't see from that angle.
Yeah, that was a tough one, but you could see he caught him in the eye.
Well, you saw straight away, as you mentioned, he grabbed the eye.
It certainly wasn't egregious. I think his finger might have just gone up a little bit.
I know he got up in your eye because he was too high. I know he doesn't think
Sean
that
Strickland
right now,
certainly knows what that feels like, doesn't he?
Jesus Christ.
Happened early last weekend.
What are you guys up there talking about? We're in cereal, bro. What do you think we're talking about?
John Davis, coaching up Muniz.
Yep.
Middleweight champ.
Well, so far, it doesn't really need any coaching. Things are going well.
Here.
Well, at this juncture,
I got a wet rag.
Cole
because I'm just going to wipe
is going to need a knockout to win this fight after 2 fouls.
Well, it looks like it. Well, no, that's the fact.
For like 1 second.
50 seconds.
Unless Muniz commits a foul.
That shit sucks. That shit's gonna be all swollen.
I know, you'll be all right, though. You're good. You're almost there. Thank you, sir.
40 seconds.
You have to have
about
clean
38
shots
seconds
here
right now.
if you're Emmanuel Muniz. If I'm in his corner and I'm coaching him, that's all I'm saying. Feet planted, no clubbing,
30 seconds.
land clean.
Come on.
This match is yours. Over.
Yeah,
Okay,
focus
fighter
on
recover.
delivering a fair blow.
There you go. Okay, don't tuck your chin.
Just
Okay?
landed clean.
Stay set.
Could be game set.
And
And for the love of God, Cole
right
Young,
on 3.
do not
You must
flinch.
measure. That's your measure.
It looks good.
Another good one.
Looks
close.
fair.
Cole did a nice job on that.
Close.
What am I doing?
Chris Taglioni said it was close.
Well, I did think I saw him
It's
move
just
ever
the
so slightly.
slightest. It's
I mean,
it is close.
Go ahead and relax.
he's being very picky.
You think Taglioni's being picky?
You've got 40 seconds.
You know,
Okay, so
you
if
give
need
a
little
little
bit
bit
of
of
time.
leeway.
Take your time, man.
I think
You
that's
got this
fair,
shit.
Michael. We give a little leeway with the heel lift, right? You
30
can have a
seconds.
slight
Yeah, that's
heel
what I'm
lift.
saying.
Shit's stupid, bro.
Look at the redness, though.
Okay, recovered. Fighter recovered. Okay. Set in here.
This is his last shot for Cole Young.
There you go. Chin up.
I mean,
That's a little-
Muniz
so right there.
needs to be
Right there.
seeing
And a count.
stars
Right on 3.
after this
Right on
strike
3.
in
You
order
must-
for
you
Cole
must
Young to
measure.
win.
That's your
Muniz
measure.
needs a knockout. Sorry, Young needs a knockout. And if you look at the two of them, the side of the face of Young is red roll. Muniz,
I don't know. I think you might be able to call Muniz for
Third blow.
flinching there.
he didn't
He got him
like
in the
that
eye
one.
again.
No.
I'm just saying his eyes hurt. That's all.
You have 45 seconds, okay? Just so you know. You have 45 seconds. You can talk to him if you want.
Yeah, something's happening where
Good.
Cole's
I mean, as good as you're going to be at the moment.
index finger's coming up and
Fucking marks on my
I know.
scraping
I
him in the
know.
eye, but it looked like a clean
Take
strike
your-
to me.
You're at 30 seconds right now.
I can't hit him hard. I'm not
Can't see because of
Just
Cole's
get
head.
clean.
25 seconds.
Yeah.
Get
I
up there
don't
and
know.
hit clean.
No,
Land
no,
clean.
that was fine. That didn't touch the eye.
Fighter recovered.
You know, you generate a lot of power. It doesn't have to be the eye. It could have a broken orbital, for example. It could have a fracture. It just doesn't know what it feels like.
Oh, you got your pad? Oh, here you go.
Oh, yeah. Wait, I'm getting hit.
There we go. There you go. My bad. My bad.
Cole's oh yeah, I'm getting hit again.
Okay. Stay right there. Okay.
Right on.
Again,
Right on 3.
just landed clean.
That's your measure.
I mean, you could touch him with a feather and you win this thing.
Did he flinch?
I think he flinched more this time than he did the last time.
Third
but
blow.
It was like half
not
a
gonna matter.
flinch.
I think it was half a flinch.
Half a
What's
flinch.
that?
Yeah, maybe a quarter flinch.
Blue started that. That's it.
That's it.
All right, Emmanuel
All right.
Muniz helped out by the fouls, landed some clean strikes. Cole Young, again, done it. The fouls are absolute killers. If I'm training for this sport, I'm so focusing solely on that fouling and then worrying about the power.
It's easy to say that because the power is a big thing. The power puts people to sleep. The power generated wins fights. But of course, the fouls cause you to lose, you know? So it's a fine line. You want to generate as much power as possible whilst remaining in control. Too much control minimizes the power. Too much power minimizes the obedience.
This sport is so young, still in its infancy. Cole Young at Power Slap 2 looked to be a win away from fighting for the title. He fought to a draw with Anthony Blackburn. He's going to lose here tonight and going to fall down the rankings, going to have to climb all the way back up. And then you have Emmanuel Muniz, who's going to improve to 4-2.
And it's a real shame as well, because Cole Young, when you talk to the guy, a real nice man, hard-working family man, strong values, loves his hunting, just a real outdoorsy type, just a solid human being. But that doesn't matter right now, because sadly, he's about to be declared the loser.
Send it to Power Slap announcer Justin Bernard to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. All 3 judges score the contest 29-26 for the winner by unanimous decision, Emmanuel "No Love" Muniz.
So Emmanuel Muniz now 4-2 after winning by unanimous decision, and each and every one of his last 3 wins have been by decision. So he earns them all because he has to eat his fair share of slaps along the way.
4-2 so far as well in Power Slap, building that experience. Here's round 1. Nice shot. Cole Young's not going to like seeing that back. A little bit of a flinch here, is it? Let's take a look. See, if anything, Muniz is kind of striking his eye. Knocks the earbud out there.
And now, Emmanuel Muniz, big winner with Charlie Arnold.
That's right, guys. Here with the winner Emmanuel Muniz, now 4-2 in Power Slap. A real veteran. I mean, six fights is not too shabby. How do you feel about this one?
It wasn't the cleanest one for myself. You know, I've been trying to put through as many fights as I've been putting through this whole year. Wasn't my best one. I felt I could have got more power out of it. The shots, I mean, they were easy. I took the shots. Like I said before, none of these guys at 170 can hit hard enough. They were a little high. It's messing up my eye, but it's all good. We're just going to continue trucking on, move on to the next one.
Yeah, I wanted to ask about your eye. I know you were getting hit semi-awkwardly. We wasn't really sure what was occurring. Are you okay?
Yeah, it's a little blurry right now. I'll be okay in a few days, but they were just a little high on the eye, on the placement, but it's all good. I mean, like I said, I can eat them all. All these guys at 170, they don't hit hard enough.
Yeah, still standing here like a champ. And, you know, speaking of the champ, you know, this was a opportunity for you to potentially put yourself in position to be a contender in the welterweight division. You feel like you did enough here to prove that you deserve to be there?
I mean, yeah, definitely. There's no other contenders in the welterweight division. I know Chris, he's scared to say my name. He doesn't say my name everywhere. But, you know, Chris knows what's coming for him. He's been knocking out all these scrubs, but he ain't never knocked out someone like me. He's never going to knock out someone like me. So, I mean, hopefully we see him next. We see that contract next. So, hopefully.
Well, congrats to you. Nice job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Guys, back to you.
All right, Charlie, thank you very much. Emmanuel Muniz working his way on up. If you enjoyed the first 4, you're going to love the next 4. It's heating up at International Fight Week in Las Vegas. Where else would you rather be? Right here, right now. The main card on Rumble starts in 60 seconds. Let's go.